This is not intended for one hater, but all haters. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous.
Call it my battleground. I'm on that center stage where suckers be talking that, but not to my face. Making major moves while them haters prove nothing harder you shine. You know them haters come by the dozen. All them haters that be talking about us, they be hating on our grind, cause you know we coming up. We be spending all the time on these rhymes and the clubs. You can't steal my shine, cause I'm prime, never mind, cause fame and fortune be the only notion for them haters. Do many years in the game, so you know I pay my dues. No need for the fame, I'm taking names, so I know. And when Moshe blows up, I'm emailing all them.
Haters make me famous.
What the haters know about that Moshe music? Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I do this 25/8 pain and sweat on these tracks, haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I have no dinner table, my studio is the kitchen. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I got debris on my wall, so it says I know what I'm doing. Haters.
Haters.
I dust off them haters, and then I take a pause. It's a shame that this game got us all so involved. They flapping their jaws and they grinding their teeth. Everybody fighting for the microphone on my beats. See my and my word is all I have. Call me Tony Montana on this label that I have. Having anger towards everyone reaching success. Haters coming and I'll be their number one prospect. I work real hard, it gains some respect. 24 hours on the beats and the internet. We fighting like some dogs, showing flaws with no regrets. While we fighting for the same bone on this conquest. Million man march occupies my mind frame. Yes, one man army with the heart of a terrorist. In my scope, I can see them haters running. No need to pull the trigger, cause I'm aiming for the sky, cousin.
Haters make me famous.
No need to lie my tracks, man, cause you know I'm the truth. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
Yeah, I'm a white boy from the south with do rag. So what? Haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I'm a self-taught fool with knowledge. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I don't give all y'all think. For real. Haters.
Haters.
I don't take them back seats, I take the front row. If you're on my team, then you're sitting next to me. So loyal to the game, like my wifey and she show. No, I'm headed for the top, so no need for these side shows. My mic blows truth while them fools making shit up. My beats be my bullets, fully automatic, spitting blood. In their eyes, I can tell that they hate me while I'm blowing up on the internet. Faithfully, I got the upper hand, man. My fam got faith in me. I'm solid like a rock with my hip hop family. From the 425 through the streets of Miami. With them deucems up, man, I'm ready for the Grammys. My life be so sweet, yes, it's sweet like some candy. So I smile at them haters that can't stand me. I'm a warrior when it comes to this shit. Haters name me famous at
Moshe music. Haters make me famous.
I've been out on these streets since I was 15 and still pushing. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I'm a one-man army. Just hut. Haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
Go ahead and Facebook your mama and cry. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
And remember, haters, you made me famous.
Haters. 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 Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous.
Can't hear me. Good morning, everybody. Cap Nation Live. Saturday, the 19th of December, game day edition, finally back in the office. What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody in the world stunk it up yesterday. Not everybody, but welcome, welcome, welcome. See, we're all lively this morning. Love it. Looking for my live chat. There we go. Baptism in the ism. Dan, Edward, Joe Free, Mike Brown, Nate Dogg, Randy G, Robert S, Shane, Joe Free. Everybody that has been participating in the live chat so far. Waiting for me, Joseph Cavallo. Good morning, everybody. Neverez, good morning. Ken with 2 N's, a.k.a. 40, good morning. Steven Sanchez, good morning. Just rolling through it real quickly. Mike Brown. Raymond, good morning, sir. Greg Ingle, good morning, sir. To the douchebag, rising local, crybaby. The crybaby bitch of the week, rising local. Good morning. I see Edward took care of you for at least 5 minutes. Come back and bitch again. Jose Lopez, good morning. Emmanuel, good morning. Nico Chi, good morning. Mr. McDonald, good morning. I think I got just about everybody, at least the people that are commenting. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Scott, good morning. Glad to see Scott with green. Victor, good morning. Art Flow, good morning. Last of a Dying Breed, good morning. Michael, good morning. Michael says Edward brought the wrench, about to put in work. He is. I see we're starting off fantastic with the board going blank behind me. Hold on 1 second. Technical difficulties first morning back in the office. Mr. Reyes, good morning. Art, good morning. Robert S., good morning. Let's see what is going on here. Hopefully you guys all had a great night. I know I did not. Not only did my Trojans stink it up for me, they cost me some money yesterday, and I don't bet with my heart either. But, like I've said for years, Helton needs to go. Fire Coach Helton. All right, we're back. We didn't really go anywhere. We just walked around the corner. Shane, good morning. Mr. Shane Johnson, good morning. Leo, good morning. Happy Saturday to you as well. Austin, good morning. Marshall was trash. Marshall definitely played like trash from what I'd seen. Didn't get to watch much of the games yesterday. I did watch a few. I did watch a little bit of the Buffalo game, the early part of it, as well as a little part of the USC game. Had it on the airplane, believe it or not, flying home. So I had part of it. I've had a few customers over the years, Scott, approach me. It's actually how I met Jerry Valdez. He actually seen me in a bar, believe it or not. Mr. Campbell seen me at the gas station pumping gas around the corner from his house. None at the airport, though. But then again, I'll be honest, I usually don't fly that much. But yeah, I've had customers recognize me. That's how I met Jerry Valdez. A few others. Happy Saturday Guaranteed Saturday is on sale, 50% off. I was able to at least do one good thing right this week, and that was put guaranteed or be able to get Guaranteed Saturday on sale. So that's it's already up on the website. It is a football play, I will tell you that much, and it's 50% off. No coupon code required. No coupon code required this for this one. Just making sure real quick that everybody that's on my personal plays is getting them, because they are done and ready to rock and roll. Going to be a great Saturday today. Premium plays are on the website. Going to be breaking down both college football and the NFL. We're going to try and take a look at some college basketball as well. So we definitely have a lot to break down today. And unfortunately, I can't be live for a full 3 hours. Shane, yeah, I've seen everybody's email, and I've got somebody working on it for me to be able to activate everybody's account. So I'll be in touch at one point today, Shane, now that I'm back in the office. I actually had a problem being able to access my email for some reason. For some reason, I wasn't able to log in, and every time I was able to log in and I clicked on it, I would get logged out. But now that I'm back in the office with direct access here and not remote, for some reason, I've got perfect access to it. Definitely a lot of opportunities today, Robert. Todd, I haven't got to you yet. It goes out to yearly clients, and then the daily clients, and then all the new clients. And then once I'm able to update it, it goes alphabetically for the new clients. But you should have it here shortly. I'm still sending them as I talk. That's trying to multitask. That's what's taking some of my attention, is making sure I'm sending them to the right people. And if you're not on them and you want to get part of them, or you want to be a part of it, get them right on the website. Double up sale. I see that I didn't even have to ask them, because I know a lot of people were asking, hey, can I do it starting Saturday? So if you're looking for the double up sale, it's still good to go. Apparently they decided to do that on their own last night. I didn't even know about it, which is good. Which is good. Just one less thing that I got to ask them for. So the double up sale is still rolling strong. Glad to be back in the office. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. You should have them now. Jim Ben says Bills loves the cold. Mile High does nothing to them. Josh Allen definitely can play in the cold as well as the altitude, coming from Wyoming. Baptism to the ism says I blindly bet Bama every week. That's generally a safe bet. Safe bet there. It never was a good trip. Anytime I get away with my wife, it's always a great trip. It's never long enough, but it's always good to be back to the kiddo. Always good to be back to the little one, because she was not with us. She stayed with my mom. My mom came and watched her. Brandon, if you're watching, brother, I got games coming your way right now. I got games coming your way right now. Thank you for renewing for my personal plays. All right, let's see here. Frozen screen. Hopefully I'll be able to move over to the new one here very shortly. Aaron, good morning. Supposed to move over to the new software, which hopefully I'll be able to transition it this week. It's never fun, or never want to do it without being prepared, especially for new software. Baptism likes the Zags. Edward says travels are fun, but nothing like home. Nothing like home. Always fun, but it is never like home. That is for sure. A true statement right there. But it is always fun, especially places like Tahoe, going to the snow, and all of that fun stuff. All right, so, again, no coupon code required. No coupon code required for Guaranteed Saturday this week. Okay, normally when they do 50% off, you need a coupon code. No coupon code required this week. Just making sure everybody's got the games, and then we're ready to rock and roll, which we should be. I know I am. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. Absolutely, Aaron. Rough day yesterday. Means a huge bounce back today. Just getting everything rolling and back into place here. And I'm ready to rock and roll. Need to restart this iPad down here. Time is the sign-up deadline for Guaranteed Saturday. Let me see. It's been a late night, let me tell you. I don't think I got home till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get home till like 3, knowing that I had to, be back here in the office by like 4:30. So I got about an hour's worth of sleep last night. Need to be signed up by 4 p.m. Eastern time. 4 p.m. Eastern time to get on Guaranteed Saturday. UFC is posted. I did get a text message saying that UFC is posted as well. So if you're on the UFC package or you're not, let me tell you, for the last UFC card of the entire year, this one's a good one. This one is definitely a good one. Reading through some of the comments. Moose, good morning. Give me 1 second, folks. Why is Army getting points from Air Force? Probably because Air Force probably passes the ball 3 times as much as Army. Air Force is the better program. If you're asking me, unfortunately, I hate to admit that. Well, I'm a Navy guy anyway, so I hope they both lose. I hope they both lose somehow. Somehow, some way, I hope they both lose. Give me 1 second, folks. Alrighty. Edward says military is military, right? Can we hope they both lose, though? Alrighty, so what we're going to be doing this morning, we've got NFL, we've got college football, we've got college hoops, we've got a lot of good stuff. Congrats to everybody on the college basketball big game promo yesterday with a nice winner. That's about the only thing we did right yesterday, is I put that one together. That was about the only thing I was able to put right yesterday. That is for sure. All my pens on my desk are dead. They must be playing a joke with me. Now, YouTube exclusive members. YouTube exclusive members. Please note. Please note. We will have a live show for all YouTube exclusive members tomorrow. It'll be after our normal Cappers Nation live show. I'll have a time frame later on in the evening. It won't be immediately after. It'll be separate. But we will have an additional live show tomorrow for YouTube exclusive members. And just need to confirm a couple players, but 75% positive, actually probably more than that, it's probably 85 right now, 85-15, that I will have a YouTube members exclusive video out later today for later on this evening for all YouTube exclusive members. So there should be some YouTube exclusive member content being dropped today, as well as the live show tomorrow. If you're not a YouTube exclusive member, you can be. It's nearly free. It's not free, but it's nearly free. It is through YouTube. You can get access to it by clicking that join button right next to the subscribe button. Or you can do it by clicking the link right here. Andre, what is the difference in this live YouTube show that the exclusive member show? What's the difference between the two? Well, Cappers Nation Live, the daily free play videos, they'll never change. The daily free play videos will always be free. Cappers Nation Live will always be Cappers Nation Live, where we shoot the shit, sit in the barbershop, break down some games. Sometimes we have free plays, sometimes we don't, because we don't always have free plays in here. Try to give you guys something, but we don't always have something. Whereas the YouTube exclusive free plays, or not free plays, YouTube exclusive live shows are exclusive, members only live chat, so no outsiders will be able to participate. You'll be able to see that there's a live show going on, but you won't be able to participate. Whereas we get right to the point. We break down a couple games, but they're actual, I don't want to call them free plays because They're not free because people are paying to be a member. But we get straight to the point. We break down games and we put out some good stuff. And not just breakdowns like a normal Cappers Nation Live where I might give a lean or this or that. No, we actually bet the games. Justice, good morning, my brother. So, Andre, the big difference between the live show here and the live show there is, one, it's exclusive, and two, you get actual plays right out of it. And from everybody that has commented so far or reached out after the first exclusive live show this last week when I was on vacation, we're going to do one while I'm in the office. It'll be tomorrow. Whole different format, whole different theme. But for everybody that I have heard from, absolutely loved the members only live show. Definitely no trolls trolling around in that one. As Steven says, troll free. That it is. That it is. Also exclusive content, extra stuff for YouTube members. And I was on vacation, so a lot of it was a little on the slow side getting out. But now that I'm back in the office and we got bowl games coming up, we've got college hoops in full swing, NFL right there and winding down, going into the playoffs. We've got a lot of content to be dropping. Princess Chachi, what happened to Buffalo last night? I don't know. I only got to watch about the first 15 minutes of the game. They actually had it on the flight, and then the signal cut out. Lewis, good morning, my brother. You also get access to other perks. Your name in green, members only live chat. My name, Corey. Welcome to the Cap Nation. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. You'll have access to that exclusive video when we drop it later today. You'll have access to that. All right, so we're going to get started. We're going to take a look at the two NFL games first because there's only two of them. And there's a lot of college football to go over. And unfortunately, I can't be live for an entire morning, unfortunately. Corey joining us. Welcome. Yeah, Raymond, you automatically get the 3 days free. Accounting will add it to it. Or if you're on my personal plays, then I add it to it. Anthony, good morning. I saw your text message, Anthony, when I was flying last night. It was when I got off the plane. It was too late to reply to you, but I'm glad you're recovering. I hope you're doing well. So we're going to start with the NFL, and then we will move on over to college football. And hopefully we have time. And again, unfortunately, I can't go live for the entire morning. I got to take my mom was in town to watch our little one while me and the wife went to Tahoe. So I got to drive my mother to the airport this morning. Well, late morning though. Give me 1 second. I got all our good stuff popping up, and then we're going to dive right into it. Got the odds popped up. Two great games today. Bills and the Broncos, Panthers and the Packers. Bills laying 5.5. Packers laying 9, actually 8.5, depending on the juice where you're getting it. With a total of 51.5 in that game. Total of 48.5 in the Bills and the Broncos game. Leo says, send an Uber. Nah, it's my mother. Joe Free says, I do not like Florida's defense. I can't wait to talk about that game. That game's going to be a good game. Interesting line, though, the 17 points. The 17 points, definitely an interesting line. Baptism says the punter could play quarterback for Bama and they'd win by 14. Alrighty. Somewhere on my screen, there we go. Week 15 notes. Moose, the company actually extended it on their own. They didn't. I didn't have to go and ask them to do it. They did it on their own. So yeah, double up sale is still full in effect. Buy 3 days of premium, get 3 free. Buy a month, get a month free. Buy a year, get a year free. The only thing that's not part of that is the 1 day package, as well as the combo package. Mario, good morning. Yeah, guaranteed Saturday. Joe Free, yeah, the double up sale is still rolling. I was going to ask them if they would extend it today because I actually had a lot of people, obviously payday Friday. A lot of the local guys pay out on Fridays as well. So a lot of people asked me if they could do it on Saturday, and I didn't expect them to be able to do it or expect them to do it on Saturday and get it in the office. I seen the email that they sent out last night, and they extended it themselves, so that was nice. That was definitely nice. Nice that I didn't have to do it. It's nice that I didn't have to ask them to do it, that's for sure. I don't think Notre Dame is going to have that easy of a time with Clemson. They actually get to play Trevor Lawrence today. Be a big difference. Do I charge my mother for picks? No, I don't. Just that rising local guys. Wherever he's at. I say he trolled on by. But Edward took care of him for us. David, good morning, sir. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Alrighty. Jumping right into the Bills game. And I'm going to make these the speedy version for the breakdowns today, all right? We're going to have speedy breakdowns today. Why? Because we've got a lot to talk about in a very, very, very little amount of time. Jin Pao, did Kyle already give out Panthers and Packers pick? Nope, haven't talked about that game, and I may not have a play on that game. I don't always just give out free plays on every game we talk about. This is definitely not whole SBR, that's for sure. But we will talk about that game. We will definitely talk about that game. Matthew Marquise, thanks for jumping on board. The 3 days of premium plays. Alrighty, jumping right into it. First of all, Bills laying 5.5 minus 106, which means you can get them at 5 minus $1.16, plus 5.5 for the Broncos minus $1.14, over and under 48.5 points. Taking a look at the first half numbers, Bills laying 3 minus 180 on the money line, over and under set at 24 points. First quarter number 9.5 minus $1.20. Individual team totals, Bills over and under 27.5, Broncos 21. First half numbers, Bills over and under 13.5, Broncos over 10. When you start diving into this game and you start taking a look at it, first of all, you got the Bills 10-3 straight up, 8-5 against the spread, 8-4-1 to the over. You've got the Broncos 5-8 straight up, 8-5 against the spread, a covering machine for a losing record, and 6-7 to the over. 7 of their 13 games have actually gone under the total. When you take a look at Buffalo, they're averaging 27.6 points per game, 103 yards a game on the ground, 4 yards a carry, 7.4 yards per passing attempt at 273 yards a game on average throughout the air. Moose, thank you. Glad to have you back on board as well. And yeah, the double-up sale is definitely a great deal. When you take a look at Denver's offensive numbers, very anemic when it comes to putting points up on the board, averaging just 19.8 points per game, nearly 8 points a game less than what the Bills average. They average 4.3 yards per carry. Love their run average, 117 yards a game on the ground, 211 in the air at 6.3 yards per passing attempt. You know, both teams, when it comes to defense, have a tendency to have a problem defending the run. You know, the Bills give up 120 yards a game on the ground, 4.6 yards per carry. The Broncos give up nearly the same number, 131 on the ground, 4.6 yards per carry. Different yardage amount by 11 yards, 2 carries. That average is exactly the same. Buffalo gives up 244 in the air, 6.9 yards per passing attempt, whereas Denver gives up 6.3 yards per passing attempt at 221. The problem with the Broncos, they're negative 18 on turnovers. Turnovers have plagued them. Bills plus 2 on the turnover department. Buffalo is 7-1 against the spread versus an opponent before having to play the Chargers. Denver just 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games against Buffalo, and Denver 13-2 to the under against prolific scoring teams averaging 27 points per game or more. They've been able to shut them down. 2 out of the last 3 meetings have gone under the total. You've got Denver coming off their big win last week over Carolina, beating them 32-27 when they jumped out to that big start. Carolina definitely tried making a comeback out of it. Gary, good morning. Mike Brown, good morning. Thomas Ryan, good morning. Josh says, why is the Buffalo spread so low? I don't think it's that low. They're on the road against a covering machine. The Broncos are a covering machine. What did we say they were? 8-5 against the spread? I wouldn't consider it a low spread. I don't think Buffalo's a double-digit dog on the road. Keep in mind, they lost to Tennessee on the road. They lost to Arizona on the road. They are a beatable team on the road. And Broncos are a covering machine. As far as the side on this one, no opinion. As far as the total, it's Denver. It's Denver. However, their games have been going over the total. Well, their last game went over the total. Other than that, they had a nice little under streak. I think it was 4 games straight. The Bills seem to go every other game goes over, under, as of late. They'll string 3 overs together, then they go under, then over, back and forth. As far as the total goes on this one, I think it'll probably be a little on the lower scoring side. So I do lean towards the under in this game. As baptism into the ism says, Denver defense keeps them in it. The Denver defense has kept them in it in nearly all of their games. You could take a look at the games that they covered. Against Kansas City, they were getting 13. They lost by 6. They were getting 4 against Carolina. They won outright. They were getting 4 against Miami. They won 20-13 outright. They were getting 3 against the Chargers. They ended up winning that game 31-30. Their game against New England, they were catching 7. They beat them outright. Their game against the Jets, they were plus 1.5, and they still beat them. They beat them by 9. They have been a dog every single game this season. The Broncos are going up against a team. Denver has been a dog in every single one of their games, a home dog every single time they've played at home. And if I'm not mistaken, they have covered the spread in all but 3 of their home games against New Orleans, the Chiefs, and the Bucks. Joseph says, tease the Broncos up, the Packers down, hammer it, pound it. Teddy Two Gloves won't move the ball in the cold, and quite possibly snow. I didn't see any snow on the forecast, but when it's in the high 20s, low 30s, it doesn't take much moisture in the air to generate some snow there, that's for sure. Now, diving into the props on this one. Diving into the props on this game, because you guys all know I like some props. First of all, I go look at passing touchdowns. That's the first one I always start at. You guys know that. Taking a look at what we got here. Allen over 2 is minus 200. Hot diggity dog got to lay the 2-1 to be able to get Josh Allen at 2 touchdowns or more at Mile High Stadium. Drew Lock over 2 is minus 103. The props that we've been giving out lately have been rock solid. I think we've only missed 1 or 2 out of, I think, 12 in the last 4 NFL days. If I'm not mistaken. Now, Josh Allen has had at least 2 touchdowns in 4 of his last 5 games. He had that 2 little game stretch against the Jets and the Patriots before that, where he did not. Justice, I didn't see that prop. I'm sure it's in one of those special combo props, but I'm not a big fan of the yardage prop. He had 238 in his game against Pittsburgh. He had 375 against the 49ers. 157 against the Chargers. Now, chances are he does air it out up there and has a great game, but they have no problem running the ball, especially against a Broncos defense that gives up 4.6 yards per carry. So as far as the touchdown props go, I'm off of. Take a look at receptions and all of that good stuff here. Give me 1 second, folks. Now, right off the bat, Singletary's receptions out of the backfield is set at 3 at plus money. Plus 120. He's had 3 and only 3 out of the last 5 games. Earlier in the season, he had a couple games where he had 4 and then 5 receptions. I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to the Singletary reception prop. Now, the Beasley prop is at 6 minus 103. He had 5-9, 2-11, 3, 2, 11. Like Heckle and Jide, hit or miss, to be honest. The Beasley one, not a major fan of. I think it's juiced, to be honest. Stephon Diggs, his is at 8. He's had 10 receptions, 3 out of the last 4 games. He's got 37 receptions. Before that, he had 9. So he's had at least 8, 4 out of his last 5 games. I generally don't like playing high props, high reception counts, 8. But I do like this one. FM 818-229, good morning. Thanks for joining us. So Stephon Diggs, at least 8 or more receptions. I do like. So I'm going to put that one up on the board for the props. Diggs having 8 or more receptions. And remember, when we bet props, we bet them small, nowhere near what we normally do. And it's minus $1.14. We'll put that up there as well. Get that up there for you guys. Taking a look at some other avenues. Taking a look across the field at the Broncos. Now, Melvin Gordon did have 3 catches for 23 yards in their last game against Carolina, game that they won. Lindsey had 2 receptions for 7 yards, but I don't see a Lindsey prop. I do see the Gordon. Gordon's at 2 minus 189. And that is such a hit or miss prop. He's only got 24 catches on the year. He's questionable for today's game. So I would definitely leave that one alone. I actually had somebody text me earlier and ask me about that one. I would definitely leave that one alone with the unknown. Tim Patrick, his reception prop is at 4 minus 156. Hey, Rising Local, I thought we sucked so bad. Why are you here? If we suck so bad and we costed you plus 2,000 other people money yesterday with free plays, I would love to know what would make you want to tune in after acting like such a douchebag last night. And I don't know who deleted that comment. I was hoping it was going to stay up so I could at least screenshot it when I got off my airplane, because I was definitely amused sitting on the airplane. But anyways, Tim Patrick, at least 4 receptions, minus 156. Gonna put that one up on the board as well. Manuel, good morning. The board almost got it correct. The board almost got it correct. Mine and Corey, right? All right. All right, so Gino, what is going on? What is going on, my brother? Tuning in early where you are. Glad to have you with us. So as far as props go on that game, that's all I have for that game. We're going to move on to the next one. We're going to take a look at the Panthers and the Packers. Panthers-Packers coming up next. Alex, good morning. Edward says Richmond moneyline and Belmont was easy money. Panthers, Packers. Packers laying 8.5. Panthers plus 8.5. Total over and under 51.5. Big NFL total in this game. Carolina 4-9, straight up 7-6 against the spread, 7-5-1 to the over, coming off their beat down by the Broncos. Packers 10-3 straight up. 9-4 against the spread, 7-4-2 to the over. Packers have won 3 straight, beating the Bears, the Eagles, and the Lions. They did lose to the Colts 34-31, whereas they had 2 wins right before that against the 49ers in Jacksonville. Rookie MVP says Carolina plus the points. Now, they did play last year, November of last year, with Green Bay beating them 24-16. Definitely stayed under the total, but 4 prior meetings went over. Obviously, different quarterbacks. Carolina 5-1 against spread on the road with Coach Rule. Green Bay just 2-5 against the spread as a favorite of 7 or more points. Carolina 10-0 to the over on the road against prolific scoring teams, averaging 27 points per game or more. Tim, good morning. The Bishop in the house, good morning. TD says late to the party, good morning. Never late when we've got a archive version. Never, ever, 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 ever late. When you start diving into the numbers, we'll start with Carolina. Averaging 23.6 points per game, 108 on the ground, 4.3 yards per carry, 248 in the air, 7.2 yards per passing attempt. Then you've got the Packers averaging 31.5 points per game with Aaron Rodgers at the helm, averaging 124 a game on the ground, 4.5 yards per carry, 274 in the air, 7.9 yards per passing attempt. Both of these offenses can put up numbers. Carolina has hung with the best of them so far this season. And they've also had some very big losses as well. When you start taking a look at the defense, because that's where things really matter, first of all, we'll start with the Packers here. They give up 24.8 points per game, just a smidge below 25 points a game. They give up 4.6 yards a carry at 110 on the ground. They give up 226 in the air at 6.8 yards per passing attempt. When you take a look at the Panthers, they give up not even a point more per game. 0.7 of a point more per game at 25.5 points a game. They give up 114 a game on the ground at 4.4 yards per carry and 251 in the air at 6.8 yards per passing attempt. Both of these teams are plus in the turnover category. +5 for the Panthers and +4 for the Packers. As far as this one, is the 8.5 a lot? That's the big question. Is the 8.5 a lot? And first of all, I want to pop up the money percentages to go over the money percentages with you guys. So bear with me while I pop that up. All right, should have it up right here. As far as the percentages go, it's fairly split, which is where it was last night. It was 50-50. It's 51% of the against the spread money is on Green Bay, 49% on Carolina. As even as you can get, for the most part. All right, as even as you can get. Now, is it a big spread? Anytime you've got over a touchdown, it's a big spread. Is it manageable? Can the Packers, the home favorite, cover the big spread? Well, they just beat the Lions by 7. They were laying 6. They beat the Eagles by 14. They were laying 8. They beat the Texans by 15. Earlier in the season, they were laying 3. They beat the Falcons by 14 when they were laying 5. Glenn W., what is going on, my brother? They beat the Saints only by 7. They beat the Lions by 21, laying 7. And they beat the Vikings by 9 when they were catching 1 in the beginning of the year. As far as the Packers laying the 8, can they do it? Or 8.5, excuse me. Absolutely. They definitely can. Not playing it, though. I do lean towards Green Bay laying the 8.5, but I do believe a better opportunity would be a teaser, in my opinion. As far as the total goes, if we get into a typical Aaron Rodgers, Teddy Bridgewater style of play game, first of all, both of these teams combined for a 14-9-3 to the over record. I do lean towards the over. But again, I don't have a play on the over for this one. The total at 51.5. I do lean towards. The only reason I'm not, obviously, that Green Bay weather, it's cold, dropped passes. But I do lean towards the over in it. Now, the first quarter over 10, I do like. All right. Panthers, Packers. I do like the first quarter over 10. I am going to be betting that. I did not give that out to anybody. It's not a free play or not a personal play or a premium play. Something I was saving for you guys. Jacob Caldwell. Did he give out a free pick already? I gave you guys 2 props. And now the first quarter over 10, which is minus 108. Going to put that up on the board. I'm sure we'll push that number up. Now that we'll have people be betting it, but there we go. Get that up on the board for you guys. Diving into the props for this one. Diving into the props. Jacob, whenever you're ready, we'll always be here. No rush. No rush. Mr. Weedman, thank you for jumping on board my personal plays. I'll be sending them to you right now. Trey, thanks for jumping on board. Not only the UFC, but the UFC Max Fight pick for later today, as well as the one day of premium plays as well. And Guaranteed Saturday. Thank you. Mr. Weedman, got plays coming your way right now, sir. Glad to have you back on board. Give me 1 second, folks. All righty. So we're going to take a look at the props, see what we can find in this game, because I know there's going to be a couple that are definitely on the juicy side. So diving straight into it, we're going to go straight to the touchdown prop, which is where I always start. And again, I don't take a lot of props, but the ones that we take generally are winners. Aaron Rodgers, 3 passing touchdowns at minus 103. Bridgewater at 2, minus 143. Bridgewater with 14 passing touchdowns on the year. He has not put up 2 touchdowns since his game on the 15th against the Bucs. He did not have any in this game against Denver. He was sacked 4 times. Threw the ball 40 times, had 30 completions for 283 and was kept out of the end zone. Rodgers having 3. And his 39 passing touchdowns on the year. He's had 3. 7 out of his last 8 games. 9 out of his last 12. Aaron Rodgers to have 3. When he gets in the red zone, he's definitely a greedy guy. So A-Raj, 3 passing touchdowns, minus 103, at least 3. Now, that's not over, meaning he needs 4. That's to hit 3. As soon as we hit 3, that's a winner. All right, so we're going to put that up on the board. not having to lay any juice with it. Yeah, minus 103. Put that up on the board right there for everybody. And while you're at it, now Aaron Jones was kept out of the end zone in their game against Detroit. He had 15 rushes for 69 yards, 2 receptions for 6 yards. Trying to find the next one we're looking at is the touchdown prop. Adams minus 200. He's got 14 TD catches on the year. Tonyan coming in with 9 at plus 140. He's had a touchdown in 4 straight games, folks. 4 straight games. Is it going to be number 5 today? I do believe so. All right, I do believe so. We're going to take Mr. Robert Tonyan, anytime touchdown at plus 140. All right, going to put that up on the board for you guys. See how well the board does this one. We got it almost. Easy money. Easy money. Arturo P, what is going on, my brother? Have a good Boy Scout function with your son, definitely. Now, taking a look at the other. Now, just because I put out props on Green Bay doesn't necessarily mean, we're taking Green Bay. So try not to read into that too much. It just means it's something that we're looking at. Now, for everybody that doesn't know, all right, McCaffrey is not supposed to play today. All right, McCaffrey is not supposed to play today. The problem with taking a rushing or an anytime touchdown prop with a Panthers running back, even Mike Davis, is Bridgewater has nearly the same amount of rushing touchdowns. Now, the Davis prop is minus 125. I'm going to steer clear of that one. But there is something that we are looking for. Davis to get 5 check down passes, or just 5 receptions, period, I think is high. I'm not a big fan of it. If it was 4, I would take it. You can get 4 minus 145. 5 is minus 114. He had 5, 3, 2, 4, and 5 in his prior games. I'm going to steer clear. I'm going to steer clear of that one. And I'm going to go back to the Robert Tonyan. His reception prop is at 4. 4 more. And we're going to bet on that one. All right? So I know we have him here as an anytime touchdown. His 4 more reception is at minus 130. Put that on the board for you guys. Get that on the board for you guys to be able to see it. Write down those props. There's 5 winning props for you guys. That'll be some money right there. That will be some money right there. Don't forget, Guaranteed Saturday. Guaranteed Saturday is 50% off. There's no promo code needed. No promo code needed for Guaranteed Saturday this week. Also, the big double up sale. Buy 3 days of either premium plays or my personal plays. Get 3 days free. Buy a month, get a month free. Buy a year, get a year free. And anybody, and it's actually not anybody, it's the next 2 individuals that buy a 1-year membership, either premium plays or my personal plays, 1-year membership or more, will be getting a very, 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 very nice, generous added bonus package to your package. But you must mention that you heard about it on Cappers Nation Live right now. So if you end up buying a 1-year package, send me a message or send the company a message asking for your bonus surprise, because you heard about it here on the live show with me. And trust me, it'll be good. It will be good. Jared Nichols says college football. We're going to be jumping into college football now. Oh, you're talking about a game. But yeah, we'll be jumping into college football now. Dr. Franco, what was the last prop? Tunyon with 4 more receptions. I'll flash it up on the board. UFC is already posted, just so you guys know. UFC is already posted. I'll leave that prop, the free play board, up there for just a second, guys. While I jump into college and get that segment up. While I get that segment up for you guys. Jay Shep, if you were on the combo package with the Bellator package, it's probably because you were on the combo package. I'm not sure. I'll double check because I just got in the office this morning. I'll double check when I get off the live show. But generally, when you buy it as a discount in a combo package and they give you multiple packages, it's the guarantee applies when you're purchasing it single at the full price all by itself. But I can double check. You can either send the company an email or me an email, and I can check for you, or send me a text. But I'll check when I get off the live show. Well, I can tell you, Boja, that you didn't lose Guaranteed Saturday last Saturday, because Guaranteed Saturday last Saturday was a winner. USC on the money line. So Guaranteed Saturday was not a loser last week. That's why you don't have it in your account. All right, so college football, because unfortunately I do have to get going here in a little bit. Tony Zaya, what do I think about the under in the Bills game? I do lean towards the under, but I don't have a play on it, though. I don't have a play on it. But it's something that I'm leaning in that direction. So we're going to jump into college football now. And I'm not going to have time to go over all the games, unfortunately. I'm not going to have time to go over all the games, but I'm definitely going to do my best to give you guys a speedy version of as many of them as we can. TD, did we cover the Bills game? Yeah, we did it first. Ernie, thank you, sir. Good morning to you as well. Cheers to you. I appreciate that. Keep in mind, the lines for today's games have been out for over a week. So if you think that the lines were just put out to put out a trap that everybody will be on the favorite, these lines have been out for over a week. So they didn't just put these out to trick you guys into just taking favorites or whatever the case may be. All right. Northwestern, Ohio State. Hot diggity dog. Championship Saturday for college football. The good old Big Ten championship. Ohio State. They're trying to figure out a way to be a 6-team or a 6-win program and slip into the college football playoffs. They obviously don't have to worry about my Trojans being a factor, which they were never a factor anyways, but they were definitely a good conversation piece until their coach did them in last night. Ohio State is going to need a great showing against Northwestern. They're laying 17.5. The total's at 56. I'm going to be honest, I don't have a play on this one. I don't have $1 on this game. I do like Ohio State laying the 17.5, and I'm giving you guys a speedy version of some of these. You know, they're 5-0, 3-2 against the spread, 3-1-1 straight up. Northwestern 6-1, 5-2 against the spread, 1-6 to the over. Very anemic offense, averaging 171 a game on the ground, 3.9 yards per carry, and just 181 and 6 yards per passing attempt. I think Northwestern has a hard time putting up points against Ohio State. They may score a couple early, but I don't think they put up a big number. Ohio State, on the other hand, even if they come out slow out of the gate, even if they come out slow out of the gate, even with, as Anthony said, a few good players out for Ohio State, their second stringers could hang with Northwestern. And probably even the red-shirted ones as well. It's not that I think that they can cover. I think that they need to cover the spread in order to have a good case why a six-team a six-game, 6-0 conference champion would deserve a spot over, let's say, 10-1 or 10-2 Clemson or a 10-1 Notre Dame that loses to Clemson today. I think they need a big case for it. In order to make that playoffs. How do they get past a 7-1 Texas A&M team who will be 8-1 after today? Now, obviously, Florida did themselves in last week. Even at number 7, even if they beat Alabama, Alabama would be 10-1. They're still getting in, probably in that third position. Florida won't be, even if they beat Alabama and become the SEC champion. Florida's still on the outside. They're not passing, unless Notre Dame was to lose 2 and Texas A&M was to lose as well. I don't necessarily think that Ohio State will cover. I think they need to cover. All right? I think they need to cover. They need a blowout. They need that star showing. They need that, look at us, we just beat them 52-12 like we did Michigan State. Look at what we did in Nebraska. I think that's what they did. That's what they need. Now, speaking of Nebraska, Northwestern beat them 21-13. They beat them by 8 points. You guys remember when Ohio State finally got to play on October 24th? They beat Nebraska 52-17. And they came out slow. Nebraska hang tough for like 10 minutes. And then it was like, all right, Ohio State woke up. So I'm not blaming it on, but I'm not going out there and saying I think that a bet on it. But I think they need it, and they need that big showing. So Ohio State laying 17.5. I think they need to cover, and they know that. Now, total points, Ohio State over 37.5. I think that happens. I do like Ohio State over 37.5. As far as a team total goes, I think they get that. They've hit that every single game this year, and I don't think they slow down against Northwestern. Even though Northwestern's defense has been stingy, giving up just 14.6 points per game, holding teams to 5 yards per passing attempt and 3.8 yards per carry. Regardless of that, I still think Ohio State will be able to pop that. Moving on to the next one, because I'm going to just try and go down the list on some of these games. All right, Texas A&M and Tennessee. Tennessee still gives me a bad taste in my mouth. Screw the Vols, all right? Tennessee still pisses me off from that play against Florida where we were laying 14 and we were covering and they got that touchdown with like 12 seconds left or whatever the hell it was to backdoor us. That one is still pissing me off. So I still have a bad taste in my mouth about Tennessee. For all intents and purposes, Texas A&M should absolutely roll all over them, laying 13. Now they're actually up to 13.5. I seen it open up at 14, drop to 13, now back to 13.5. So I'd have to say that I do lean towards the favorite here for Texas A&M. However, Look at Thomas. I know, Thomas. I know. Only because I lost a lot of money on that game. So I do lean towards Texas A&M. But I'm going to be honest. I think the over 51 is a better bargain than taking the side having to lay 2 touchdowns for a victory. Jack Dent Jr. says 155 in the live chat, so we should have a 155 thumbs up. Come on, Cappers. So Kyle, show Kyle some love. You guys are definitely lacking in the like department, and I think we'll just have to hold back the free plays until you guys like pop that at least above 130. I've already given you guys 1. That's enough, right? Or you guys want more? You want more? You better smash that thumbs up button. So I do lean towards the over in this one. The over 51 is a little low to me, to be honest. Oklahoma, Iowa State. Oklahoma laying 5. My name Corey lost $100 on that stupid touchdown. You could add a couple zeros to the back of that one for me, and I'm still pissed off about it. As far as Oklahoma Iowa State game goes, I think Jeff's team's going to be in for a battle today. Oklahoma Iowa State. I think it's going to be a great game. You know, Oklahoma started out the year beating Missouri State. Then they dropped 2. Hot diggity dog, lost to Kansas State, lost to Iowa State. Lost Iowa State by that touchdown, 37-30. Now, Iowa State lost to the Raging Cajuns and Oklahoma State. I do believe this will be one of the better quality games that we get to see today. Iowa State 16-4 against the spread the last 5 years versus big play passing teams, averaging more than 8.3 yards per passing attempt. Oklahoma averaging 9.7. Oklahoma is just 2-8 against the spread the last 10 games after having to play Baylor. And Iowa State 10-0 to the under as an underdog of 7 or less points. Both of these teams combined average 77.4 points per game. Their defenses combined only give up 43.3 points per game. Obviously, something's going to break. It's going to be defense or it's going to be offense. Generally speaking, it's the defenses that break. The over has hit 4 straight times between these two. Both teams in the plus category of turnovers. If I had to choose a side on this one, you know, I think it's a close game. I think it's a very close game. But I think when it comes down to it, I think the team with the ball last will more than likely win the game. But I think it'll be that big playmaking capabilities of the Oklahoma offense now that they're rolling after their little 2-game losing stint. I think Oklahoma's offense gets the job done. Both teams defend the run exceptionally well. So I do lean, and it's a very, very, very small lean on Oklahoma. And I'm going to be straight up and honest with you guys. I don't have a play on the side of this game. I don't. I do not have a play on the side of this game. But I do lean towards Oklahoma, and I was very close and on the fence to pulling that one. Now the first quarter over 13. Iowa seems to slow things down a little bit when it comes to their offense. However, I think the over will have a chance. I think the over in the first quarter, the over 13 in the first quarter, I think it's live. To be honest, I think it's live. So the first quarter over, I think is a live play, over 13. But again, as of right now, I don't have a dollar on it. But in the next 50-something minutes, that might change. James Clark, I did not put out a free play video. Don't have one out yet. Do not have one out yet. Shane, nothing, you're on Iowa State. Not to say that Iowa State won't cover. I just lean towards Oklahoma. But then again, I also think he who has the ball last and scores that last touchdown between these two teams will get the job done. So maybe that'll be, Iowa State. I made a lot of money betting Iowa State this year. So it was more of I stayed off of it for the fact of how much money I have made on Iowa State. I have not been an Oklahoma backer at all this year. I think I've taken Oklahoma once this year and they burned me. So while I do lean towards them, I can't bet them. I can't bet them. Air Force Army, I hope they both lose. Go Navy. So is my opinion biased? Yes, 100%. 100% it's biased. Damn straight. Go Navy. Say it again. Why is Air Force, I've seen a couple people ask this, why is Air Force favored? Well, theoretically, their run game is better. And theoretically, their passing game is better. Their defense defends the run a little bit better as well. Air Force is 9-1 against the spread on the road at Mincy Stadium. Army is just 1-9 against the spread at home. Head-to-head against Air Force. Now, as far as this one goes, I do lean towards Air Force. I would take a money line bet minus 130 over having to lay 2, minus $1.12. As far as the total going over and under 37.5, man, that's a low total. The problem with Air Force and the problem with Army is they're both capable of a 10 to 12 minute drive, killing nearly an entire quarter and still not scoring. Turning the ball over. On 4th and short, somewhere along the line. But the total of 37.5, it's so low, how can you not take the over? No, Shane, I think the Trolls are, with the exception of the rising local dingbat, I think it's just too early for them. Remember, it's Saturday morning. It's too early for them. But yeah, they should be scared of him because he's got the band hammer. He's got the band hammer, and I got the clown horn. My name, of course, is all that you learned was the Navy guys make bad picks. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. My name is Corey. No, we didn't do any college basketball. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have time to get to college basketball. Mississippi, LSU, Ole Miss. You guys know I'm a huge Lane Kiffin fan. I'd like to give Lane Kiffin his props and think that they're going to be able to come roll in and roll over LSU. They're laying 1, minus 116 on the money line. Honestly, we all know LSU's the better team. As far as the coach, Lane Kiffin. Coach O versus Coach Kiffin, Lane Kiffin all day long. We all know who worked for who in the past. But as far as talent on the field, I'd have to lean towards LSU. LSU at home, getting a point. But did they just shoot their wad against Florida? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Did they just blow it all out there last week, killing Florida? That's what you got to ask yourself. In my opinion, I think this can be a very quality game. But LSU should get the job done. So I do lean towards LSU plus the 1. I know they've had a very tough season. As far as this game goes, I mean, they're 4-5 straight up. Ole Miss 4-4. LSU has beaten Florida, which is their big win of the season. They beat Vandy, they beat South Carolina, and they beat Arkansas. Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss have beat Kentucky, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, and Mississippi State. But they're riding a 3-game win streak, which I do caution right there. As far as the over and under goes, the over and the total in this one is high, guys, 74.5. It's sitting at 74.5. For all intensive purposes, the total should hit nearly 100 in this one. But I'm going to lay off the total on this one. I like that idea, Edward. I like that idea. Clemson, Notre Dame. Ryan McGee says, good morning, Cap Nation fam. Rumors going around that the books are getting absolutely hammered today. That they are. I will tell you this much. Daily free play video. Maybe we have one today, or we just leave it up to the live chat and Cappers Nation Live. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll leave the free plays in the live show today. We already put out 1 free play and 5 prop bets, and we'll have more. We'll have something else here in just a second. But YouTube exclusive members, we will have an exclusive YouTube members only video available to all YouTube members later today. If you're not part of the YouTube exclusive community, if your name is not highlighted in green, then you are not part of the YouTube exclusive community. But I will have one out later in a little bit for later today. You can get signed up here by either clicking the join button right next to the subscribe button. Or you can click the link that I'll post right in the comment section for you guys. But I will have one out. It'll be out in, I'd say about an hour, hour and a half. Clemson laying 10 minus $1.15. Notre Dame plus 10 over and under 59.5 points. First half numbers on this one. Clemson laying 6.5. Total over and under 30.5 points plus 100 even money. Clemson's team total 34.5. Notre Dame 24.5. Let's not forget, these two teams have already faced off, with Notre Dame getting the job done 47-40. the last time they played. But for everybody thinking that Notre Dame just going to come roll on in and put the beat down on Clemson and get a nice easy victory, keep in mind Clemson was without Trevor Lawrence, who was dealing with COVID. We won't even try and pronounce the kid's name that was starting for Clemson. We're just going to refer to him as DJ. He had a hell of a game, went 29 of 44, had 2 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, a rushing touchdown, and 439 yards in the air. But Clemson did not have the number 1 draft pick on the field that game. This one will have a different look. It will have a different feel about it. It will be a lot different. Clemson 9-1, 4-6 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. Notre Dame 10-0 straight up, 5-5 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. Coach Kelly coming out saying yesterday they may not even play in the playoffs if their family can't go to the games. Why would they want to play if their family can't attend games? Well, I promise you they've played games so far this year that family has not been able to attend. Now, Notre Dame does come into this one as a number 2 team in the nation. But when they lose to Clemson today, with Trevor Lawrence at the helm, how good does their 7-point victory look now when they beat a backup? They didn't roll over Clemson with a backup. So if Clemson wins today, and I don't care if it's by 1, I think Notre Dame gets left out of the playoffs. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Now, as far as this one goes, take a look at Notre Dame and what they've done. They beat Duke, South Florida, Florida State, Louisville, Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech. Let me know when I hit a quality team. I mean, like a real, not just a quality team, but a good team. And I'll start all over. Let me know when you tell me when they beat a good team. Duke, South Florida, Florida State, Louisville, Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, Clemson. Yep, okay. They beat Clemson with a backup. Boston College, North Carolina, and Syracuse. When you take a look at Notre Dame and you start looking at the numbers, they give up only 17.1 points per game. But they don't play anybody worth a shit. But at the same time, either does Clemson. The ACC is weak. That's why Clemson is always in it. That's why Clemson is always in the playoffs. Clemson is the best team in the ACC. Now they beat Wake Forest. They beat Citadel. They beat Virginia, Miami, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, Boston College. They did lose to Notre Dame with a backup. Pittsburgh, Virginia Tech. They beat the same teams. You can start comparing some of them on what they normally do on a year in and year out basis. However, Notre Dame is 2-1 against the spread against Clemson dating back to 2015. But don't forget, 2 years ago, everybody came in riding the hype train on Notre Dame. You guys remember that? December 29th game? Do you guys remember that playoff game in 2018? Notre Dame against Clemson. Oh my God, they were catching 10.5 points. Everybody remember what happened? They put up a field goal and that was it. 30-3. I honestly think Dabo and Clemson are tired of hearing about Notre Dame. They lost to Notre Dame. Notre Dame's going to come in hyped. They're going to come in with the chip on their shoulder. We already beat them. They're not playing at home. This is a neutral site game in North Carolina, which is a hell of a lot closer to Clemson. First of all, I do not have a play on this game. There's no premium play, no personal play on this game. I honestly think Clemson, with Trevor Lawrence back, I think they roll. I think Notre Dame loses by at least 2 touchdowns, in my personal opinion. But while I lean towards that, and I don't think it may not happen early. It may take the whole game for them to get there. But there's one thing that I am taking. And I'm giving it to you guys. I had Clemson too in that game. Matter of fact, Dr. Franco, I probably gave it to you. Hurry up and get me over 100 likes so I can give you guys a free play, all right? I'm going to hold it hostage until you guys start participating in more than just the live chat. So smash that thumbs up button and don't miss out, because we're going to give away a free play, another one right here. And then for YouTube exclusive members, full video breakdown and all that good stuff will be coming very, very shortly after this. Emmanuel says, hit the like button. We definitely appreciate it when you guys do. We definitely appreciate it when you guys do. Do have a free play coming your way. And I wish I could stay around and break down the rest of the games. But unfortunately, I can't. But we will be live again tomorrow. Same time, same place with a nice big full show. Don't forget, you have until 4 p.m. Eastern Time to get on board. Guaranteed Saturday, it is 50% off. No coupon code required. $75. Make sure, if you guys want to see it on sale again, support it while it's on sale. I know a lot of you guys ask every week, guaranteed Saturday on sale, guaranteed Saturday on sale, guaranteed Saturday on sale, and it's been like, nope. I don't get a pick when it goes on sale, so it doesn't happen very often. So when they do put it on sale, make sure you guys support it. That way they continue to put it on sale next week for you guys. Edward says, amazing people don't thumbs up until he says that, right? I know. Oh, we're down to 99. Oh, there's 100. My name Corey says we got to reserve this, guys. We don't give a thumbs up till he gives us 5 free plays. I can promise you, Corey, that definitely wouldn't work. That definitely wouldn't work. Plus, I already gave you 5 free prop bets plus a free play already. And I know you're just teasing. Thank you, Mike, as well as everybody. All right, so free play coming your way. I think Edward's going to like this one. And hopefully it gives you guys confidence to bet it more. Free play Clemson. Their team total is 34.5. This, I feel, is a bargain. This, I definitely feel, is a bargain. Say them again? No, but you can read them on the free play board. Look at that. It almost did it correctly. I'll leave that up there for a second for everybody tuning in late that missed the prop bets. You guys can see them. Clemson's team total over 34.5. Free play. From me to you, it's going to be a nice one. All right? It's going to be a nice one. So there's that one. And let's have some fun with that one. All right? What about 35.5? I'm sure, Nico, you're probably just fine. I'm sure you're just fine. 35 being the winning number is a lot better than 35.5, but I think they put over 35.5. And if you're getting 35.5, you guys should be switching to Bet Online. Joe Jett said this Oregon Ducks fan just gave you your 100 thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Congrats to your Ducks being the second place team in the North to win the Pac-12 championship somehow, some way against my disaster of a Trojans team. Hopefully that was enough for them to fire Coach Helton. It has to be. It has to be enough. So that's what I have, folks, as of now. Remember, YouTube exclusive video and content will be out later today. So if you're not part of the YouTube exclusive community right here on YouTube, make sure you get signed up for it. Click that join button or click that link that I just posted right here. Become a YouTube exclusive member. Special video play breakdown for only and all YouTube exclusive members today. And then a second live show tomorrow only for live members as well. But folks, I am going to get out of here. I do have to run. I wish everybody the best of luck today. Let's all have a great day. Remember, you have until 4 p.m. Eastern time to get on board. Guaranteed Saturday. As far as my personal plays go, my first personal play is not until 2 p.m. Eastern time. All right? My first personal play is not until 2 p.m. Eastern time. You have plenty of time to get on board. And remember, the first 2 people that purchase a year package, you're going to get something that you're going to absolutely be floored about. So don't miss out. And remember, year packages are on double up sale. Same thing with 3 days and month-long packages for premium plays or my personal plays. All right, guys, good luck. Always bet within your means. Dr. Franco, you're wrong about Northwestern. They're not upsetting anybody today. They will be upset that they lose by probably a country mile. All right, folks, I'm out of here. We will see you guys all tomorrow. Same time, same place. See ya.